Hey guys, I'm gonna cut right to the chase. This is my August wrap up, and I don't think I read a whole lot. I mean, it's only 5 books, but I mean, that's still pretty good for me, and that's more than some people, so I guess I shouldn't be too upset, but let's get into them. So the first book I read in August, I technically read most of it in July, but I didn't finish it until August, and that was my reread of Throne of Glass. And I really enjoyed it. I always give it a 5 stars. This is probably my favorite book in the series so far, just because it's the first, and I don't know, I'm that way with stuff. Like, I love the first because it's that first experience of like being in whatever thing it is. I mean, the first Lord of the Rings is my favorite. The first Harry Potter movie and book are my favorites. I just have that nostalgia for like the simpler times, and anybody who's read this series understands what I mean by simpler times. So we all know this story, we all know, I mean, it's been said 100 times, but this is about, what name does she go by at this point? This is about Celaena, and she gets pulled from the mines of Endover to compete in this, like, is it a competition? I guess it's technically called a competition, but she competes in this competition for Prince Dorian as his champion to become the king's champion, and it is full of like political intrigue, kind of, but not in the sense of like how we understand political intrigue, but it is just such a good book. I love Celaena. She's like just the coolest, but she also is very real, which I really appreciate. And I love Dorian. He's witty and funny, but he's really insecure about himself. And then Kale, he's just my little muffin. Like, I love Kale, and I understand there are people that are chuckling right now, and I get it, and it's fine. I've read up to Queen of Shadows, like, I got it. The only 2 I haven't read yet are Empire of Storms and Tower of Dawn, and I need to get to those. But this was my reread. This is the 3rd time I've read it, and I can't say enough good things about this book. Anyway, love this book, 5 stars, super glad I reread it. The next book that I read was The Selection, and then the next book after that was The Elite, and then the next book after that was The One. I read this entire series this month. So good. So good. My hairdresser recommended it, and I'm really mad that she did, but I'm also really happy because I would not have picked these up on my own. I was like, oh, these are like pretty much middle grade. They're not, but I was like, they're pretty much middle grade. Like, I'm too old for this. I'm too mature. Yeah, no. Like, none of that is true. Just saying. I gave all of them 5 stars. And I loved this. The only thing I didn't like about it was the love triangle. The love triangle in this bothered me so badly, but it was so good. Like, it was worth the pain, but at the same time it kind of wasn't, but I didn't care. By the end of each book, I kind of forgot there was a love triangle because I was like, yes, one specific character. I mean, I know literally everybody on booktube has probably read these, but I'm not going to spoil anything just in case you are the one person that hasn't read it. You should go read it, and I've been holding them upside down this entire time, but that's fine because I love them. And the Selection series, they follow America's Singer, and she is a 5, which is part of a caste, pretty much a caste system that they have within this world. She is born among the artists, and they are one of the lower castes. They don't have as many luxuries. They don't have really any luxuries at all. There are a lot of times where they're struggling to find food. But her mother begs and begs and begs and begs and begs for her to enter the selection, and she does because her boyfriend kind of tells her to do it, which is a little confusing, right after he breaks up with her. And so it's just her story of her after she's chosen for the selection. So all of a sudden she gets to live like she's a 1, and they are the highest caste, and it's just kind of, it's her kind of breaking the way that society thinks, and it's just such a good series, and it's so fluffy. Like, it's just a fluffy read, but I really enjoyed them. So, and then the only other book that I've successfully read the entire thing of is The Underdog and Other Short Stories by Agatha Christie. This is a Poirot novel, well, short stories, plus it's tiny anyway, but I think I'm kind of burnt out on these right now. This is just a bunch of short stories, and I have found that I don't really care about short stories. They kind of bother me because I think they happen too fast, and it's just not cohesive enough for me. I'm really picky when it comes to Agatha Christie novels now, and I hate that, but I mean, it kind of needed to happen. It kind of needed to be said, for me specifically. Now, you all may love these, and that's awesome, but I don't know. She's just not my thing right now. But these were okay. I mean, nothing too substantial. It's just, it is what it is. But I thought they were all right. I mean, I don't know. I just wasn't overly impressed with it. Okay, so I know this was a really short wrap up, but I can't foresee myself making super long videos out of these because I've already read them. I'm just telling you what I thought, and it shouldn't be too long anyway, but thank you all for watching so much, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!